Hello everyone! Like I said last week, this week we're going to be talking about A Tale of Two Sisters, the American remake of the Korean horror. Wait, I'm totally fucked up everything. Hello everyone! Welcome to this week's video. Just like I said last week, we're going to be discussing Uninvited, the American remake of the Korean horror A Tale of Two Sisters. I hope you've been excited because here we go. Uninvited is a drama thriller horror from 2009. It's directed by the Guard brothers, Charles and Thomas. It stars Emily Browning, who you may recall from Sucker Punch. Absolutely love that movie. It also stars Ariel Cabell, Elizabeth Banks, and David Strathairn. Anna, who is played by Emily Browning, has been in a psychiatric facility for a while now due to the death of her mother. She comes home to find her father has remarried the nurse that was helping with her mother and questions a lot of things. She thinks that her new stepmother may have murdered her mother and decides to set out with her sister Alex to find proof that this is what happened. But things don't always play out the way you want, since it's a horror movie, right? As American remakes for horror tend to do, this one does give away a lot in the beginning, a lot more detail than we got in the Korean version. Don't know why it is. Hollywood feels Americans need to be spoon-fed and we can't watch and enjoy a movie like other countries apparently do. This is not the first horror movie that has done this to me and annoyed me with it. But it wasn't enough to ruin the movie. Now, since I know the Korean movie and what happens before seeing this, there's a lot of little details I picked up on beforehand. I feel if you don't know the outcome of A Tale of Two Sisters, there's things that you're not going to pick up on. But if you have seen it, there's lots of little things that you pick up on that go, okay. Now, overall, I feel like this movie is actually more of an inspired by and not American remake as what other YouTubers have discussed it being. There's a lot of very huge differences in the story and the situations. I mean, you even have a love interest in this one. What is it with American movies and having to have a love? I don't get it. Explain it to me. Why is this a thing? Overall, it was well acted, I will say that. I feel like the first half of this movie was really well done. It made sense, it was cohesive, but there became a part where it really started to lose its connection and its storytelling, and you were like, why are we doing this? What? This has nothing to do with what's been going on. And I didn't quite like the end of the middle, compared to the rest of the movie. It just didn't feel cohesive and stuff came out of nowhere that didn't really make sense, didn't really add to our main character's story. Some of the character revelations that came out of all of that felt extremely forced and unnecessary for the overall plot. Overall, it's a very watered down version of A Tale of Two Sisters. If it didn't go into this movie knowing its connection, I don't think I would have been as disappointed as I was. Yes, some of it still would have been disappointed, like character revelations coming out of nowhere for no reason that ultimately didn't add to the story, in my opinion. I see where they were going for, but it just didn't do it. Not quite there. Can't say I really have a favorite death for this movie. There's not a lot of death. There's a little bit of gore. What you got for gore was very Americanized, pretty graphic for what it was, but still, over the whole grand scheme of the movie, it's a PG-13, so it's pretty minimal. And honestly, I don't know if I would classify this as a horror. Definitely more of a drama, mystery, thriller than a horror. There's just a few elements that got popped in there that made it into a horror movie, but it could have easily just not been. Overall, I didn't fully hate this movie, but I didn't fully love it either. We are going to give it a 2 out of 5 Zombievers. As far as it being a remake, it's definitely, like I said, not really a remake. It's a very watered down, Americanized version of a great story that had a lot of great visuals, and it would have been really awesome if these directors, because they're brothers, pushed things a little bit more with the cinematography. It felt very basic. I hope people don't hate me for saying that, but it just felt super basic cinematography when the inspiration had some amazing setup and just little details that went into it that made the story so much more. This one didn't even come close to that. So yeah, 2 out of 5 Zombieverse. So there you have my thoughts on Uninvited. I hope you've liked this review. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for my patrons. As always, you too can become a patron for as little as $1 a month. Get access to early YouTube videos. Get your name here saying thank you, you're fucking awesome. You get behind the scenes of my art, sometimes polls that other people don't get to be part of, and I have higher tiers if you're interested in checking out and getting art sent to you on a monthly basis. Thank you also to everybody who comments and likes and interacts with my videos. I greatly appreciate it. If you like horror, you should definitely check out Three from the Grave. It is another horror movie channel that I am involved with. We do lots of horror movie content with 3 people, hence Three from the Grave. With all that promotion out of the way, I'm gonna say, from my dark heart to yours, have a wonderful day, and please don't die before my next video.